don't tell Jesus good morning, you cannot tell another person good morning. Then buying clothes. There was just this constant Christmas clothes, even if the clothes was big. And the shoe was big because that clothes
because you meet it.
Yes, the clothes has to last you for a whole year.
Every first day of the year,
yes,
everybody has to eat in the same plate.
Oh.
It had to be pounded yam and egusi, you know. So everybody will eat from the same bowl. You cannot, as in, where are you going?
Yeah, there's something my husband do. He has been trying, really. He has been to every appointment for our children, immunization from baby till even now that they are older. So we don't shut down. So the idea that you're a boy, you can't cry. My dear, cry.
Cry. Men cry.
Yes. Sometimes when my son is crying, I say, should I help him to cry more?
It is the E.B.U.N. Show, a talk show for women and the men who love them. I am Ebolomo. Family traditions is what we're talking about today. There was a time we used to look forward to Christmas, New Year, Easter, festivities generally. But then something happened and all of a sudden, those times come and we just live our lives and we go back to our normal day-to-day activities, or some even sleep through these festive periods. What happened? What changed? Are some of us still looking forward to times like this? Are we passing it down to our children? Or those things have become totally irrelevant? On the show today with me is Oluwaseyi Oluwagboye, a content creator, a mother of 3, a businesswoman, the owner of Shea Kiddies. You're welcome on the show. Hey, Mommy Shire, you're welcome on the E.B.U.N. Show.
It's nice being here.
I have a cooking megastar on the show.
No, I'm not a cooking megastar, I just try.
We see you. So let's get to the topic of the day. Did you have family traditions growing up?
Yes, we did. We did.
Tell me about them.
So I grew up seeing my father every Friday. He takes a break from work and he was the one that does our laundry.
Really?
He pick us up from school. Yes, he was always dropping us in school. There was one that stuck in my brain when he was taking us to school. His car was bad and he took us on an Okada, took a bike, and police stopped him and said, why we need to carry his children on a bike? Well, we stayed in the north, Castina State. Yes, we stayed in the north.
Because I was going to say that's a typical thing in Lagos.
No, we stayed in the north. So okay. I think it was not something that was really common. You can use bike, but not with children as at the time. And it was something that stuck in my brain. It was something I wanted to do. Another thing was, there was no way you were going to greet somebody in the morning without praying. Say, if you don't, so that was my mom. If you don't tell Jesus good morning, you cannot tell another person good morning. So even when she took us for holidays, in fact, there was a band that I think their goats ran away, so they all came out. His children had greeted him, we did not. So he was wondering why. So he was reporting to our parents and they said that the rule was, if you don't greet Jesus, you cannot greet another person. Well, I don't think it's something I'm keeping up now because we wake up at different times. But we'll make sure that we still do our family devotion before everybody goes out. So
what about Christmas, New Year?
So I'm an advocate for family gathering and doing things together because this memory stocks in the brain of the children. You don't know how long you have with them.
True.
We pray for long life all the time, but you don't know how long. What will they remember you for?
So what are those things you remember growing up that you did?
Christmas. For Christmas, my mom always cook a storm. So this cooking thing is my mom thing. There's no way you come to our house that you, even if you are not hungry, she will say, take away. You would take something out. So it was my mom, she would cook a storm, then buying clothes. There was just this constant Christmas clothes, even if the clothes was big. And the shoe was big because that cloth
because you meet it.
Yes, the cloth has to last you for a whole year. But there was Christmas clothes, there was Easter clothes. Every celebration,
you know,
something. She was buying something, the broom to measure your leg, and had to buy something for you. So those are memories, and it's something I've been doing. I make sure that my children have Christmas clothes, but something I added now is exchanging gifts, giving them gifts.
Before we get to that, you see, in my house, every first day of the year, everybody has to eat in the same plates.
Oh.
It had to be pounded yam and egusi. You know, so everybody will eat from the same bowl. You cannot, as in, where are you going?
Yes.
Do you understand? So it has to be at home. Everybody has to be at home. That I remember. Then we had this for Easter. It was Galilee. Going to Galilee. That was a church thing. Okay, so each family, and you know, you have clothes. So you see that clothes thing. That clothes, you know, as in, it has to be there because you are looking. It's not as if they might even
forward to it.
You look forward to it.
Yes.
It's not as if you would not get things during the year. You would, but
that is special.
That's one. And the shoe. You are waiting for it. You know, you are waiting for it with everything you have. Yes. And I think Christmas was just you cook anything.
Yes.
Not just anything, rice, chicken, you have drinks. And for that particular day, no limits.
Yes,
no tito. You eat as much as you want.
The visitors, the extra cash. I love those gifts money.
But you know, you target people who will give you money.
Yes,
your aunties who treat you well. But you see, this topic for me was birthed from, I was seeing a show on YouTube, and they brought celebrities, and you know, they could relive the memory of
their childhood.
Their childhood. And then they asked them, so what do you do now during Christmas? It was a Christmas program of Chokbe.
Yes.
And most of them could not say anything tangible. It really touched me, like, but you see, you could see the glow in their faces
when they talk
about it. So why are we not able to recreate these things?
Times are changing. Everybody's just looking for one thing to do to make extra cash. Everyone is busy. I always tell people that you have to be intentional. Anything you're doing, be it your business, friendship, everything has to be intentional because everything is fighting against it. So there's not always enough time. There's no time. There's no enough time. So there's something called scheduling. I plan, like the other time, last week I was talking to some group of women and I was telling them that if you don't plan, you will not achieve anything. At the end of the day, you just see that you did small of this, small of this, small of this, and you've not done anything. So I was using myself as an example. I wake up every day at 5:30. Now between 5:30 to 6, I've had my bath, done my skincare, do everything, and I wake my help to, and we come downstairs and start cooking by 6. Now the children also wake up by 6 a.m. and they start bathing and preparing, but we are in the kitchen to prepare everything. Immediately I drop them in school at 7:30. I come back home, take my bag, make a preparation for what Adasa is going to take, and I head to the shop. So now before I go to the shop, I know a day before that I have to create like 5 or 6 content. I take my clothes, I folded them. So it's a plan. I get to shop. I want to use 1 hour to reply online customers and WhatsApp customers. I take time. So during that 1 hour, I don't receive calls. I don't do anything. I'm focusing on this because I'll be able to achieve it. While you pick a call, you've forgotten that you were responding to a customer and that has gone. So it's the same way we can add family tradition. There's something my husband do. He has been trying, really. He has been to every appointment for our children, immunization from baby till even now that they are older. In fact, he only missed one, I think, for Adasa, and I got to the hospital. First thing the doctor asked me was that, where's her father? This is the first time I've not seen him. Wow. But it is something he dedicated to do. He's always there. We also made a plan that as a family, we're going to eat out once a month as a family. That is different from me and him. Even for husband and wife, we're always busy that we don't have time for each other. But this is it's either we're having dinner, it's maybe late dinner but outside the house, or late lunch, quick lunch, and it's just plan. It's just planning. And I want this to work, it's going to work. So if you made up your mind that, oh, I want us to share a gift, I want us to share a meal every day, or once a week. Every day may sound so much, but once a week, you make sure that whatever you're doing outside or in the house, you close it. 7 o'clock is our eat time, so we all gather together as a family, have dinner, and just laugh over it. Something I do with my boys is every Wednesday we want to study the Bible. So you tell me the Bible character you want to hear about, we read it and we talk. You share your ideas, what you know. You can watch a cartoon on it. So we just do that, or watch a movie. And we don't have that whole space, but sometimes just be in the bed and
we humans readily find the excuse why we cannot get something done.
Yes.
And somebody is there right now saying that it's because maybe these people do not really have serious jobs. Maybe she's a housewife. She's got a business of her own. She creates content back to back. Every day.
I can do 50 contents in a day. Because since I sell children clothes, a bag of children clothes most times come as 400 pieces. So I have to do videos of everything, and I do them myself. So I have to do videos. I still go back home to cook dinner because it's just my role. So the only thing she helped me with is just basic thing. I make sure that I cook my family meal myself. So
there's no excuse really. Because I was telling my husband December, sometimes I think what affects most of us is this impromptu approach to things. So it's December, and then you're planning for December in December. So I was telling my husband that we already know that our daughters are December celebrants, they're December born. I want to start saving from the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Towards December, because December means a lot to the family. Yeah, even aside Christmas and all the festivities that comes in, it's celebration time for us. And I find myself tired. We get it done, but we've expended too much energy because we're just starting it in that same December. Yeah. So that planning that you said is really important, because you can imagine if we already have our money saved, we have it figured out what we want December to look like, maybe from August at the most. So you can even buy it and keep. It doesn't get spoiled,
That's what I do. So our 10th anniversary is in November. I also have a son whose birthday is November. My birthday also is in November.
Oh, wow.
Trust me, I have the
November family.
I have a September, and my daughter and my husband is November, same day. May, same day. I already have the clothes I want to wear for November anniversary. I'm not already, but I know, this is the color we are using, whether I want to use Ashoki or this. So once it's like May, I just pay tailor and they start getting these items ready, even if it's Ashoki, start knitting it. Now my son is in September, meaning that we have to take a picture at July ending. My daughter is May. So for next month, early next month, by mid of April, she and her dad has to do a photo shoot, because I love pictures. I love to keep memories. In fact, my space is not enough on my phone. I pay so much for iCloud and Google Photos because I'm keeping it there, so that those are memories. Sometimes you go for this wedding. We went for a wedding last year in July in Denmark, and when they were talking about the girl in question, they showed different clips from when she was a baby till this time. I love things like that.
I was going to say, someone would ask, are they really necessary? Aside from the memories, what about the memories, Keeping these traditions, do they add to us, or it's just for the sake of memory? Or is there something it really does for the family?
It's just the joy. When you are talking about this person, whether they are around or they're not around, that the memories you've created is very important. This morning, I woke up thinking about my sisters. I saw a post of somebody that went, I think there are about 3 that stays in Abuja. So 6 siblings, they went to visit each other, spoke, gist. But now my sisters, both of them are not in Nigeria, though I go to see them. But we don't have that opportunity again. But we can remember that those times they are around, these are what we do. So we talk about it and have a good laugh and just, so they are important, because when these children what are they really telling their friends about their family? What conversations do we have? I can talk about, my parents took me to this place and this was what we experienced, and they are sharing it. You just want to give children other things to think about. It's not just the cartoon they talk about. It's not just going to church. Growing up, we had more of church. Now, times are changing. You want to change the narrative. You have to give them something, or the world will give them something.
One thing it adds to the family is it makes your children come back. They look forward to coming home. They are closer to you. You see, you find some children, once they've gotten admission, even during holidays, they're not going back home.
They're happy to leave the house.
They're happy to leave the house. They're gone because the home is too serious. There's nothing special. There's nothing festive. Even during festivity, there's nothing, everybody to their own. This person to their room, this person to their room. And so you just find children that their parents are chasing after. Once they leave the house,
it's gone.
They never come back, So I see that happening because I look forward to meeting my sisters.
Yes.
Especially when they're back,
yes.
From school, the gist, because you're coming back to have the gist in the house. And now I'm in my husband's house. I miss those periods. It's not as if I do not like what is happening in my home, but you just my sisters are even too close to me. They're still close to me, rather. But then, you could stay in the same house
and talk about it.
Albeit you used to fight then, but now you just wish you could have
that time again. Fight.
And then the joy it gives, it rejuvenates. When I go back, look at the picture, there are sometimes we just go on our family platform and we see somebody's picture. Okay? Now you they do fine girl. Now see what she looks like.
I did that to my sister yesterday.
Oh,
there's something that is also creates bond in family. It creates bond. You can be a straight parent and still be close to your parents. Let your children have the confidence that if something is happening, before I tell an outsider, I should be able to tell you. I still call my sisters, whether middle of the night, even my father. When you ask my husband, I can call my dad as late as 2-3 a.m. and my daddy will pick and have maybe explain a dream I had or how sad I'm feeling, and he's going to be there. My parents are still there for us. We call them. It's very funny. In fact, even if a customer has really made my day bad, I can call my dad and just rant to him and explain how the day went. Sometimes I call my husband, he may be so busy. I will have called my sister on a group call and just say it, and they encourage you. Because there's that bond there. It doesn't feel like I'm going to come tell you and you crucify me. So I'm going to tell you, you're going to listen and then tell me what is best to do, or just even comfort me at that time and tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Or even just the listening is enough sometimes.
So that's bond, and that is what I want to create for my children. Like when it was the last, I think, was it not Children's Day, but something they did, Valentine. I bought gifts. I bought it with my money, but I gave to each of them to gift each other. So it's just that love. My brother is looking out for me. I'm looking out for my brother. It's just creating that bond. You don't want children that are separate. If you ask so many people, they're not in contact with their siblings. It's not because they hate their siblings.
It's strange to me.
Yes, they don't hate their siblings, but it is how they grew up. So everybody, no favorites too. We don't do. Everybody is equal. What you're getting is what you're getting. You are receiving punishment because you deserve it. Nobody is interfering in it. So that is what we do. That's the only way. You are also creating healthy children.
True.
You don't want to create children who are bullied, who are always angry,
or who cannot show their emotions.
They can't express. So we don't shut down. So the idea that you're a boy, you can't cry. My dear, cry.
Men cry.
Yes. Sometimes when my son is crying, I say, should I help you to cry more? So he keeps crying. So I'm not that men cannot cry, because that's the only way you want to express your emotion at that time. If you want to scream, as long as you are in just that your space, it makes you feel better. So just do what makes you feel better. So you want children that will be able to express themselves, that are also confident, that can look at you in the eyes and say, no, I can't do this. You don't want timid children,
honestly.
So sometimes the boys are chatty and I don't shut them down. I may just shut myself down in my mind because I'm trying to concentrate, but I won't shut you down. You talk and say, Mommy, are you listening? Yeah, what did you say again? So we just want to create that bond, that Mommy is there.
Honestly.
Yes.
And this wokeness, I think is robbing us of a lot of things. Like, why should you do Christmas clothes? Like, even me now, I want Christmas clothes.
Me too, I saw Christmas clothes. I saw Christmas, except it's not Sunday.
This idea of not, I think it started from maybe when I was a teenager. Why are you looking up to? Like, you're still a baby, or you're
still wearing the same clothes with your sibling.
It might not necessarily be the same, but that looking forward to. It got to a time that if your parents got it for you, you wouldn't even want to wear, because you don't want your friends to laugh at you, to say yes. But I think I want that. I don't know how you feel about it. Yes, they might get clothes during the year, but let everybody have something
that is new.
Festive periods, because now you go out during Christmas and it's just bland. people, and I think religious houses too contributed to it.
Yes.
Like, I mean, just stay in your house, pray.
Yes.
We make it casual. You know, these things used to be grand, where you go to church, people wear their clothes to church. Honestly, I feel nostalgic at times like that now, because there isn't much going on.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's just timing. A whole lot of people have become so busy and they feel these things are no longer necessary. But they are necessary.
They are.
They are really necessary. We can't say that we are forming, we are awake, and we cannot do these things. The truth is these things we are forming, what contribution have they added to our life? What value are they adding to our life?
Now and then.
Yes, what value are they adding to our life? Because we are all shouting, I want to do my thing, I want to do my thing. This thing you are even doing, what value has it added to your life? There's nothing as having people that defend you, nothing as having people in your corner. And the best people you can have in your corner is your family.
True.
So when you don't create that bond with your family, how are you going to have them in your corner? You can't just wake up and say, today I'm in okay, I'm going to use this dress as an example. My sister got it for me. Now, the dress I even thought, when you told me, the dress I thought I was going to wear, when I wore it yesterday, it did not size me. I think I got the wrong size. And then I decided to wear this. It sized me. Now, if she had not thought to buy this for me because she felt it was going to look good on me, I wouldn't have had something to wear. So it is because I come to her thought. She saw something and she feels like it's going to look good on my sister, and that's why she got it. So it's just that. It's just we have to create that bond, because we need these people. We need people that can look us and say, I know her. I know she will not do this. Because the word now is, once there's problem, all the people you think you have around you are gone.
Yeah.
Everybody are gone. They may not say anything negative, but they will also not say anything positive.
And the silence is even louder. Yes. You know, because if you're not saying anything on my behalf, it's as good as saying.
Yes, so everybody has gone. The only people who will really not leave you is your family.
So let's begin to give us ideas. I know you travel,
yes,
right? You travel. There are some people who might not have the ability to travel down. Give us ideas of what you do. You've mentioned that you take lunch, you have late dinners and all of that. Give us ideas of things.
Sometimes we go to see movies. So there's something also we do. I don't even post that. There's a time, maybe once in 3 months, where my husband take one of the children and just have a date with that child. So they talk about things they like, things he wants to do. You know, children have so many ambitions. So they talk about their ambitions. It's for this person. The next time is for another person, just a one-on-one conversation. They can have dinner or lunch and maybe an ice cream date. It can just be ice cream and pizza. And they're just together. Just together. Now, I do that also with them. So this is just ways we are creating bonds. Okay, there are things they just want to tell you, what their classmates said, what this has done to them, and things like that, on how to deal with bullies. So you can do that with your children. You can go see a movie with your children. You don't need all the whole money.
You can camp in the house.
Yes, they are like this upside down house. It's not expensive. I went to see it with the boys. I think what they call it now, meet and break they had. We went. I think it's 1,500 for children. So you just go there with the children, take them. There are so many sightseeing places they can go that are not expensive. The truth is that it is not the money.
It is not.
Don't see it as the money.
Some people will not even find out to know the exact amount. Yes. You just think it is not possible in your head already.
It is big. So there are also cheaper hotels you can go, as long as you're sleeping outside the house. The children will find it very funny. Just eat out. If you feel it's too expensive, cook from your house, take it. It can just be a picnic. There's this Ikeja, I don't know, there's that day, I think TA Garden or Park, spread your mat and just have memories with those children. That they are running, they are coming, you feel excited. These are children.
And take pictures.
They don't need too much of items to make them happy. They don't need too much of item. Even if it's sweet, you give to them. You see a child is always excited. That's why the Bible is saying that the person that can enter into the kingdom is likened to a child. Because these people are always excited. So you don't need to do too much of things. It's only maybe when you are pleasing your partner, you want to say, I want to get this, I want to. But for children, just the basic.
Guess what? There was a Christmas. We bought this shoe. It was quite expensive, and we thought to impress them. And they just opened it and they said, thank you, because we thought them to be grateful. Thank thank you, but you could see that the smile was fake.
Yes.
The teddy bear we saw,
See?
They just wanted a doll. So
not
since
those too much of
not
it.
so like
You will be
because
surprised
really,
that as small as crayon that is in a different kind of pack will excite your
since
children.
then I thought even if I'm going to get, because you are the one who knows the value of whatever
What you are
it
getting,
is
they don't
you are
care.
getting. They don't care.
Mhm.
As long I'll get them something big that I feel is
They
worth it,
need.
then I give them all this colorful stuff. They
That's
don't
what
want to
they
be
need.
mature like you.
Yes,
don't mature
that's
them
what I'm
up.
saying, they don't care.
Yeah.
Adasa has one rabbit. She calls it rabbit, a Mr. Rabbit. So she just draws it. The noise it makes is what makes her excited.
Gives
So get her
satisfaction.
those kind of things. I got her a cup. I think how much did I even buy a cup? Maybe 3,000. But it has water and sprinkles inside of it. So she loves to put her drink there to take it because of those bubbles that. So these are what is true. They don't care about what you are buying for them. It is not the amount of money you spend for children. It is the time you give to them. It is also the little things you give to them. And there's no way you can, I say that there's no way, every time the boys are going to bed, we say, I love you to them. Let it be included in them. There's nothing like self-love. You have to make them love themselves so much because there's no way somebody else can love them better than themselves. If they have that understanding, it just changes the narrative. I know everything is changing, but I feel that we can do better. We can also put this thing, why we are shouting that make them know Christ, also expose them to other things so that the world will also introduce other things to them. So it don't have to be expensive. Parks, dinner, lunch, movie, those are little things you can do. Even pizza. Today you are not eating the house food. I bought pizza. That's what we are having for dinner.
Honestly,
the excitement be shouting pizza. They will be so excited.
Thank you so much, Mommy Shayo.
Thank you.
You see, and I want to hear from you in the comment section. She has said so many things that are quite important, you know. The planning. It is not the money first.
Yes.
If you plan, sometimes you even find out that you don't need the world to achieve whatever you want to achieve.
No.
Then it is the little things that matter.
matters.
It creates bond with the children, with the family. They can come to you anytime. Won't you even place that over money? So I want to hear more. What have you been able to do with your... What did I just say? What have you been able to do with your children? We want to hear it in the comment section. Do you have ideas in addition to the ones she has given us? We want to hear from you. And what have been some of the impediments, the things that have been stopping you from passing down traditions to your own children? Thank you for staying the time with us. Thank you, Mom Shaya, for coming. Bye.
My husband would always, we're always, I don't think there's any day we don't video call each other, at least talk to each other, you know. So he was trying to, you know, he was calling on the phone, trying to pacify me, trying to, you know, apologizing. He's sorry he's not here. I should just try to hang in there. And then one of those days, I had to be in the office early in the morning for a shoot. So coming from the hospital in the morning, my kid had not been discharged, she was still at the hospital, but because I needed to make that shoot in the office in the morning, it was very, so I left the hospital, got home, just as I was about to take a bath, I call again just to be sure, is this shoot happening? And then they tell me it had been cancelled. I just broke down. I was projecting. The problem wasn't the space, it was just me not properly processing the dynamics that how it had affected our relationship. So I was projecting. So it was a difficult time because he was expecting that I was supposed to understand, but I didn't want to understand. Right. So it was, you know, so we ended up, you know, going back and forth at it because he also was going through the dynamics of the relationship.
Exactly.
So it was affecting him. It was affecting me.
You too.
So it was a clash. Let me even shock you. There's something that even happened that actually, you know, you want to believe that it was during our long distance relationship that I understood the true concept of submissiveness. I was being a mother, I was being a father, I was being husband, I was being wife, I was, you know, as far as the home front was concerned. So, but my husband really wanted me to acknowledge his presence, regardless of him not being physically around.